please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
The Thomas Cook board has approved corporate restructuring in order to streamline its businesses into 4 key verticals. Madhavan Menon, Chairman Managing Director Thomas Cook, is joining us on the phone line. Mr. Menon, good morning. Well, this is a host of announcements. Can you just explain the key aspects of your restructuring exercise?
The Thomas Cook board announced a restructuring of various elements within the Thomas Cook Group in its capacity as a holding company. One of the aspects was to demerge some of the human resources businesses that are sitting in Thomas Cook and merge them into Quess. Simultaneously, it was decided that Thomas Cook, which has a holding in Quess, would distribute this holding to its shareholders. So the shareholders in Thomas Cook would become direct shareholders in Quess. The ratio of how the Thomas Cook holdings in Quess would be distributed would be 5.29 shares of Quess for every 100 shares held in Thomas Cook. So that is one aspect. There were various cross-holdings that existed within the Thomas Cook travel unit. For example, some of our businesses were held by both SOTC and TCI. We are now restructuring those holdings and they will be held directly by Thomas Cook. A third aspect of this exercise is to convert both SOTC and TCI into pure operating companies. So as a result, all the real estate holdings are being taken upwards into Thomas Cook. Another aspect of this exercise is that all brands, be it TCI, SOTC, TC Travel, TC Forex, will all now be held by Thomas Cook. And there will be a license arrangement between the parent and the subsidiaries. Lastly, we are merging 2 companies which were acquired from Tata Capital, which is TC Forex and TC Travel, into Thomas Cook India Limited.
Okay, so investors will get 5.29 Quess shares for every 100 shares that they hold in Thomas Cook. So post the demerger, can you tell us what business remains with the resultant company?
So the tour operating, the foreign exchange business, the inbound business will all remain with the travel vertical of the holding company, Thomas Cook Holding. Now, they will exist as they do today within Thomas Cook and SOTC and TCI. None of that will change.
Okay. The financials, how will the balance sheets and profitability change?
Revenues are as they stand today. There will be no change in the profitability or the revenue or the balance sheet structures of any of these companies in the holding group, of the travel holding group. So it's important to recognize that the only potential change is that we will take the proportionate profits, the profits of Quess which are proportionate to our holding effective March 31 going forward, and till the scheme is concluded, after which the Quess profits will no longer be reflected in Thomas Cook.
So what about the shareholding pattern? How does that really change post the restructuring? Any change in Thomas Cook's shareholding at all?
The promoter shareholding in Thomas Cook does not change. It remains where it is. The indirect shareholding that the promoter, Fairfax, had in Quess will now be a direct holding, which will be approximately 33% post-distribution of the shares.
And what about Sterling Holidays?
The Sterling business remains a portfolio investment for Thomas Cook India Limited, and nothing will change there, except the holding. Sterling will become a wholly owned subsidiary of Thomas Cook.
Okay, thanks a lot, Madhavan, for joining us. And now for the other side of the story, Subrata Nag, the Group CEO of Quess Corp, joins us now to talk about that. Subrata, thanks for joining us. Now that the restructuring is complete, how does life for Quess Corp change?
No, I don't think that life will change. The business will go as usual. We have very strong tie with Fairfax Group as of now also. I think only their holdings, they were holding through Thomas Cook, so that will not be there, and they will become a direct shareholder. I think it will help us, exploring maybe future opportunities and our, in all other matters. I think it will have a more positive impact.
What I was meaning to ask you is how much of the of Thomas Cook's HR business will you be taking on board, and what would the revenues, the size be?
I think that is a very not a very significant amount of business. Their training and learning business and the tool management business will be coming to us. But overall revenue and profitability wise, it will not make a huge impact, as far as Quess overall business performance is concerned.
Okay, wait, now let me get your shareholding right. Now, in the post-restructuring world, Fairbridge will have 33%, 33.1%, Ajita Isaac 12%, Net Resources 10.6%, and that's the total is 55.7%. So that's promoter
that will
holding.
Be the promoters holding. Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you been speaking to any of the, PE guys? Do they want to increase stake?
Are we talking to any PE guys?
Yeah, I mean, are you any of the current shareholders? Are they likely to increase their stake?
I think we meet a lot of investors, and there is a lot of interest of our shares among the investors. And if there is they have an opportunity, I think definitely they will look for increasing their stake. But I don't have any specific proposal or specific discussions going on with anybody.
Do you need money for expansion?
No, I don't think we need money for expansion. If you know that we did an IPP last year and we raised 873 crores. Part of that money has already been deployed in various M&A activities, but we are still holding a substantial amount, and we are having a good cash internal accrual. So I don't have any immediate need for any cash or going to market for raising any money.
Do you see your margins improve further from this 5% level anytime soon?
Yeah, see, if you track our company, if you last few years, every year we have been increasing our margin, a little bit. And I think the current year also, our overall margin first 3 quarters, there was a upward trend, and that trend will be, remain so. And the new acquisitions, whatever we are doing, I think all are, margin accretive. So I'm sure that overall margin will be increasing in the coming days also.
Will you look at scaling up the business, the other business that's now coming to you from Thomas Cook?
We have a substantial large training business. We running almost 80 plus centers in India in the skill development. So it will add into that business, and it will open up in the hospitality sector and for us. Okay. But as a overall, I don't see it will have a huge impact on our training business.
Okay.